What's good, family? It's me, Coach 67 Sports TV. Shout out to the amazing LDBC, Lions Den Boxing community. Before we go any further in the video, like the video, share the video, comment in the comment section, click the notification bell, subscribe to the channel so you can be alerted anytime I post any new videos. All right, later on today, instead of me going to A.W. Mumford Stadium to see the Jaguars play, I'll be going to Death Valley, the Tiger Stadium, to watch the Southern University Jaguars take on Louisiana State Tigers. I gave my post-game reaction to both games. First, Florida State against LSU, which was the last one, and then prior to that, Southern University against Florida Memorial. Those two games not going to have any bearing on today's game that I'm going to see later on today. Even though LSU's offensive line was terrible, couldn't pick up the blitz. Jaden Daniels had to run for his life often. In addition to that, the special teams, they muffed 2 punts, lost both of them. They had an extra point block that would have sent the game into overtime, and in addition to that, they had a field goal blocked early on during the game. So even though from an offensive line standpoint in terms of protection, even though in terms of their defense, the defense couldn't stop a nosebleed. In terms of special teams, they were terrible. So they were terrible in all those phases in terms of offensive line protection, defense, special teams. And even though Southern excelled against Florida University, Southern played way down in competition, and LSU played a team that was comparable. Today, when Southern plays against LSU, Southern is playing way up in competition. So I don't think either of those games have a bearing on the outcome for tonight's game. Anybody that knows anything about college football and sports knows that this is going to be a tall task for Southern. My expectation is that LSU is going to win the game. It's probably going to be a decent-sized blowout, but I expect Southern to have some fight. And then not only that, Southern really, in my opinion, I like Coach Dooley. I think he's good for the program. And I know he wanted to send a message to the rest of the SWAC teams. However, I'm a proponent of if you sow it, you're going to reap it also. So I don't think he should really have anything to say if Brian Kelly decides he wants to roll it up and run a score up on Southern. There's anything, to me, there's nothing he really should say, because at certain points during last week's game, he really didn't have any mercy on Florida Memorial. He just kept throwing and passing when the game was well out of reach. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know even if they decide they won't keep it vanilla and, just be basic, I know they did clear the bench. So that's not the issue I'm having. There were points where the game was way out of reach and they just kept throwing the ball and throwing and throwing. Even though I know they're a spread team and spread offense, at some point I feel like you have to take your foot off the gas and just kind of have some mercy on your opposition. But that's just my personal preference as a coach. I was never a proponent or fan of just running scores up. That's just my outlook on it. So again, like the video, share the video, click the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. You can also follow me at Coach 67 Sports TV on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, and on Twitter. I'll give y'all a post-game reaction later on tonight, and then I'll probably give a full post-game reaction. Y'all have a blessed and phenomenal weekend. Peace.